What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the series where we are producing a song from the ground up. My name is Doug, and today we are working on giving a little bit of add-ons, maybe adding a little bit more flavor to some of the vocals that were put in. For example, there's a line where I say like a bell, like adding a little bell effect to that, which is what we're gonna do, which is one of the things we're gonna do today. In the last video, we added lyrics, and obviously there weren't a lot of lyrics, because I left out a whole chorus and a whole verse. I added a chorus off camera, but not another verse, because I'm really bad. I'm especially bad at verses. But we got a chorus in there, so we only have one verse to do before all the lyrics are in there. Like I said in the last video, I got a song coming out. It's called Get Over You. It'll be for Social Rejects. Just make sure you visit the website in the description. Pre-save it. You just click on the little album cover or the cover art, and it'll lead you to the DistroKid Hyperfollow, and you can do the rest from there. Anyways, let us get started with our project. So yeah, here's our lyrics, our vocals with our new lyrics. Casting your spell on myself hasn't gone well for me. Remind me of the bells you... Anyways, you guys haven't heard the chorus. Yeah, you guys haven't heard the chorus yet, so here's what the chorus is. Asking where did we go, thinking it was me, though. Want to go back home. Maybe it's not you. I think of who I would be. Remember all the times we were each other's parody. Now I'm screaming, oh, calamity. Now I'm thinking what's next, thinking of what makes sense. The best we can do is walk away. Anyways, that's what the chorus is now. We got these little things right here these are what all I've added. So if we listen to these and spell it out. Asking where did we go, thinking it was me, though. Want to go back home. Maybe it's not you, I think. Anyways, this little part right here is in reference to the all-time low song, Oh Calamity. The song is basically about what this song is about. So I included it, and I thought it was really nice, so I put in like their main riff right here, just like transposed down. So now I'm screaming, oh calamity. Now I'm thinking what? I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, but for right now, I am going to keep it in there because I think it's a nice little memento to the person who gave me inspiration. I'll probably take it out for like when I actually release the song, but before I release the song, I'm going to keep it in there because I think it sounds nice. Anyways, so we have our bass song here, so we can listen to the lyrics or just view the lyrics. And the lyrics are, casting your spell on myself hasn't gone well for me. Reminds me of the bells. So what we can do with that is we can look for a bell noise. So that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to do that. Here we go. So now we just did a F minor, since that's the key that we're in. So, but what we could do is separate them out a little bit. So now what's happening? What are you doing? What are you doing? 'Cause you promised me sweet like soul, casting your spell of the bells you promised me. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make it sound like it's more in the background. So I'm just gonna do a quick little. Yeah, that's what okay. So then we have. Sweet like Sock, bitter like dreams. I miss the days when we were all kings. This is the hand I've been dealt, running out of queens. Nothing really there I can do. I mean, other than little sound effects like that, it's mostly like harmonies that you can do. So, like harmonies with your vocals and whatnot. So, what we could do is actually casting your spell on myself, having gone well for me. Remind me of the bells you promised me. Like do a nice harmony there. Like do a and then do a harmony there, and then like layer the vocals. Where did we go? Thinking it was me though. Want to go? Layer the vocals in there. So a lot of it is like layering your vocals and making that part sound interesting. But I like to focus on the instruments first and then get to the vocals, so that way I get the full dynamic of the song first. It doesn't you can do it whichever way you want, but me personally, if it's not like the centerpiece of the song, like here, I'll show you another song I'm currently working on. This song right here, you can see that I have these vocal tracks. This is harmonies, and these are harmonies, but I put those in because that's like a center part of the song. So if we played it, it would be you don't know the first thing about it. And then at the very end, I'm gonna actually do this because the ending is kind of the best part. So if you see this, then you're like, oh, whatever, but it's the harmony that's there that gives it the feeling. Always scared to be alone. So that is where I would like do the harmonies before I finish the rest of it. But right now we're focused on this song. So right now I'm not really too worried about the harmonies or anything like that. So now I'm just gonna mute the vocals and focus on getting everything down here sounding great. So I go by track, seeing like, okay, what could I improve upon on this? Sounds a little bit different. That sounded different, right? Play it before and after. Something happened. Let me. This is okay. So I'm thinking that I just have to revert back. Revert to. This one was 2 minutes ago. That's never happened. I don't think. That's a new one. Hello, it's Avery in post. So I sped this part up a little bit because it was 20 minutes. and I condensed it down to 5. So I'm here to tell you exactly what's going on during this part. So right now I am adding another layer to the piano and making it just sound a little bit more full. I added the dark lo-fi piano setting. It had a nice reverb to it, and I really enjoyed the sound of the that reverb and like the dark. I don't want to use the name too much, but it was just a great tone, and added like another layer of like a different range of pitches, because the original one was a little bit stale. So adding this one, and you can see I'm like messing with like the mids more rather than like the high end or the low end, because I specifically have a track for the high end. So I'm just adding another layer to the mid range, and I make sure that the original track isn't hitting as hard as the dark lo-fi piano track, making it to where we don't have a little too much of a blend with the other one. So I think now is when I separate the track and create the certain notes into the high end, and I specifically put only the top notes, and then I put them up an octave, which you'll see here in a little bit. I'll put them up in an octave and really widen the sound of the piano, since it, there it is. There's the up an octave. So I really widen the sound of the piano by doing that, and it just adds another. I keep saying layer, but that's essentially what all this is. It's adding layers to different instruments to make them sound nice. I could go on and on about layering and whatnot, and I'm sure every other producing YouTuber has. So I'm not gonna worry about talking about layering all too much. But yeah, now the piano is done. Now I'm just leveling out the volume and making sure everything sounds nice together. So it looks like I'm done with the piano. Now I'm moving on to that guitar. I add a little bit of reverb to it, make sure that high end isn't combating with the high end that I just added with the piano, because you don't want a lot of like multiple instruments doing the same range, especially if you have a specific track with high end. You don't want it competing with the high end. So yeah, I add a little bit of reverb to that guitar, make sure it's not too much reverb to where it stands out and it's too loud, and I do a little bit of, I try to work on the bass, but I think the bass is good where it's at. As you can see, I'm not really messing with the bass. I just leave it alone. So now I move on to the different elements in the. I go back to the piano, actually. Look at that. I'm going back to the piano. Got a different idea. I like have it a half step later, rather than on the 1. I put it on the 3, adding a little bit of variation to it and making it sound more interesting. Take the high end out of the solo, since the solo is the high end in that part, and you don't want, again, like I said, the high ends meshing together. I use I think it's a Radium preset I got. Shout out to Radium Records. They have really nice presets that I use on all of my tracks, actually, and Radium Records really helped me out in my creative flow. So now that synthesizer part I showed you at the beginning of the video, I messed with that, just add a variation in the chorus. So we're just like leveling out volumes, making sure everything sounds good. I actually separate each of the tracks into buses. I try to find I just like misclicked on a plugin right there, but that's the ARTG mastering plugin, making it. I use that on all of my tracks, whether it's in the buses or the master. It really just like helps level out, and all those presets are very nice. So don't be afraid to use presets. Don't think you have to know what everything does, especially if like you're starting out and you're starting with the programs. Use presets. It helps you out, and then you edit those presets to match whatever tone you need. So yeah, we just start leveling off volumes and everything, and I think my time's about up, so I will take it back to pre-recorded Avery. So let's take it back to him. We were each other's parody, now I'm screaming today I showed you the new lyrics in the chorus. I made these quieter. Promised me. So they don't take over the main vocal. I categorized each of these into their own bus. So we got a synth, a guitar, and a sound effects bus right here. We also added this little bell sound. I edited it as well, so it sounds a little bit better in the mix. We added all of these, we started off with just this piano, which was this. With the drums today. Maybe next time will be drums where we add different layers of drums within here. I didn't mess with the bass all that much, but I did mess with the guitar, this guitar a little bit. When we were all kings, hands out to go back home, maybe. So yeah, that's all we've done today. So yeah, okay. I think we're done for today. Thank you for watching and joining me on this journey of making this song. If you guys have any recommendations for the song, just let me know in the comments below. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that I haven't said. I said stuff at the beginning of the video, but other than that, I think we're all good. See you later. Next, thinking of what makes sense, the best we can do is walk